condemn racism and the systematic oppression of black people. We, the National Football League, admit we were wrong for not listening to NFL players earlier and encourage all to speak out and peacefully protest. We, the National Football League, believe Black Lives Matter. I personally protest with you and want to be part of the much-needed change in this country. Without black players, there would be no National Football League. And the protests around the country are emblematic of the centuries of silence, inequality, and oppression of black players, coaches, fans, and staff. We are listening. I am listening. And I will be reaching out to players who have raised their voices and others on how we can improve and go forward for a better and more united NFL family.
But Rodger, you was practicing racism by trying to muzzle your players, by keeping them from speaking out against racism. Do y'all know how hypocritical that statement was by Rodger Goodell? The very thing that he condemned was what he was doing, what the owners was doing, what a lot of the non-black players were doing. You know, putting pressure on them not to say nothing. Because at the end of the day, Rodger Goodell was more worried about the white dollars than he was the black dollar. And that was his biggest mistake. Black people contribute $1 trillion to the economy of the U.S. I think the only way white people gonna see where we coming from if every black person in America threatened to move to Africa and take their trillions of dollars that they spend and put back into the economy and put it into further building up Africa. See, that's the only thing they may understand. But then again, if we tried to push that movement, once again, you would have interference. If not from the coons, you would have the gay blacks trying to co-opt us like they trying to do now. Guys like Billy Porter trying to make it about them. This ain't their time. But this is what I'm saying. Then you got some of the women, some of these black women betraying us, trying to say why we worried about just George Floyd and not talking about Breonna Taylor when we constantly talked about Breonna Taylor. But then again, you just had these morons like Cynthia G that push that movement because of their vitriol and hatred that they have for black men, and that's unfortunate. And then you have the gay black man trying to bully the straight black man. So we just have a lot of issues. But this needed to be said because somebody got to say this shit. It is what it is, man. It just got to be said, man. And people got to get called out because we got to stop being afraid of certain people. Black men got to stop being afraid of black women to a certain degree. And then we got to stop being worried about the non-heterosexual black men. We got to stop, fearing backlash. Sometimes you just have to take the backlash and just, brush your shoulders off and keep pushing. But yeah, it is what it is. But getting back to Rodger Goodell in the NFL, he is just such a hypocrite. He is basically admitted to doing what we all knew they was doing, which was whiteballing Colin Kaepernick. If he apologizes to Colin Kaepernick officially, then a lot of things come out about Rodger Goodell. He's going to be looked upon as a racist because Rodger Goodell has this I'm always right mentality. He is the epitome of because I'm white and I say so mentality. And he just will come out looking so bad. And then he don't want to take a L to a black man. So pretty much by him officially apologizing to Colin Kaepernick, it's all but admitting that they purposely kept him out the NFL. And there's mountains of evidence to prove that he was white-balled. Not blackballed. He was white-balled. You can't be blackballed when the people that's, you know what I'm saying, that's a terminology that we got to stop using. Because most of the people that screw you over are white. So we going to stop using that word blackballed. No, it's called whiteballed. What it really is. Because whiteball is somebody to a certain degree, especially when it comes to a black person, it's a form of, you know, white supremacy. So when you hear guys like Rodger Goodell talk and say they condemn racism, but like I said, you was exercising and practicing racism for the last you didn't want the black players to have a voice. Like I said, you all but said don't speak on racism and police brutality because we don't want you to alienate our racist white fans. Like I said, it's just a lot of grandstanding and bullshit going on. And like I said, they making a mockery out of Black Lives Matter. They making a mockery out of the shit. They really are. So, at the end of the day, we gonna make some big moves. Mark my words on that. But yeah, Rodger Goodell, please, just shut the fuck up. Just stop it, man. You are what you are, man. And that's a racist. This your boy Town Biz. I'm out.